why have an LLC? There was a time when it made sense to get an LLC in America to sell on Amazon, and that was because you couldn't get a bank account in America without an LLC to sell on Amazon, and you needed a bank account to sell on Amazon because you needed some way to get your money out of Amazon into your respective country. Okay, so you needed an LLC for that. However, times have changed. You don't need that anymore. OFX and World First, companies like that will gladly set that up for you, so you do not need a bank account in America. So why have an LLC? I mean, the thing about having an LLC is the second that you get one, you form what's called a nexus. And again, I am an accountant, bloody, bloody, bloody. Don't blame me if it all goes tits up. Disclaimer. My understanding is that an LLC will form what's called a nexus within the United States. And the second that that happens, you will be subject to something called the FATCA, F-A-T-C-A, rules and regulations, which is all about anti-money laundering. And let me tell you, they are a freaking nightmare. Paperwork, it's just a pain in the ass. I can imagine few things worse. And you will also be subject to being responsible for collecting sales tax and distributing that sales tax too, by the way. When you make sales on Amazon.com. Currently, it's a gray area if you're outside of it, and I don't know anybody that's doing it. So there's that as well. Finally, the only time I can really, well, there's two times. The only two times I can think of when I think it would make sense to have an LLC is, number one, you decide that you're going to set up your own warehouse in America and fulfill by merchant on Amazon.com. Now, there's some good arguments to be said that that's a good thing to do. It can save you some money, and you also get, of course, your name and address of your customers. So there's some good arguments to be said for doing that, okay? But an LLC would make sense in that situation. Number two, if you have a complicated tax what's the best way to, not avoidance, because we can't use that word, not avoidance, tax strategy, that's a better word. So if you have a complex tax strategy, let's just suppose that you live in a low tax jurisdiction like Portugal, for instance, which is, I'm told, a low tax jurisdiction. If you have something like that, then there are good reasons to be had to have a LLC in that situation. And if you do have that situation where you live in a low tax jurisdiction like Portugal, then what you want to do is get something called a Wyoming LLC. They are $250 to put together. Any number of people can do it for you. You will also need what's called a proxy director to have that, and that will run you 100 to 200 US dollars a month for a proxy director, depending on what you're doing, okay? But other than that, I would say if you're in Australia and you're domiciled for tax purposes in Australia, meaning you're paying tax in Australia, then I can't see the point. I just do not see the point in getting one. Doesn't make any sense at all to me. Hey, thanks so much for watching that video, and I hope that you got some massive value from it. Before you go, do you live in Australia? If you do, this is for you. Would you like to learn how to sell things on Amazon here in Australia? Would you like to know what sells really, really well and what sells for the maximum amount of profit? Would you like to know where you can source those products from, whether that be in China or here in Australia, and how to source them so you pay bottom dollar and get maximum value for what you're doing? If you do, please subscribe to my channel and like this video, and you'll learn that and much more. It's the exact same information that people like Jeff from New South Wales have used to make $45,000 a month on Amazon, that Sue, who's from the sunny coast, has used to purchase herself a brand spankly BMW every single year as a result of her e-commerce business, and the lovely Kate from Bowral in New South Wales has used to make $32,000 a year on, a month, not a year, a month on Amazon, and indeed Anthony, who makes $15,000 a month on Amazon, selling, as he puts it, odds and sods. If you'd like to learn the exact same information that they use to maximize their profits for their Amazon businesses, subscribe to this video, like my channel, and post below if you want me to teach you something. Okay, I'm out of here. Speak to you soon. Bye. Subscribe. Do it now.